Hello, I'm Chris Waddell from Cycle Solutions. We're here with our latest installment on the video series that you can see on YouTube. What we're here to talk about today is not horsepower improvement, but it's making your motorcycle last longer. We've worked for the last 2 years to perfect a drain plug magnet for Harley Davidson. This is a stock magnet that was pulled out of our 2007 Harley Davidson Street Glide. It was also a magazine bike. What we found with this magnet is that it never seemed to gather much metal. We designed an extremely strong magnet that you can see that's actually attached to the side of this bottle of motor oil. This particular application is a V-rod, but it serves its purpose. Now if you look at the bottle of motor oil, there is a ton of ferrous metal that's attached to the side of it. Now let me tell you folks, that metal is not glued there, it's magnetized there. What I'm about to do is I'm going to pull this away so you actually see the metal fall back into the oil. See, it's gone. It's all over the place. Now if this bottle of oil was warm, meaning it just came out of the motor, this oil and this metal, when I put this magnet to it, would go to it so fast it's actually almost unbelievable. But for sake of purposes, I'm going to shake this up and we're going to go ahead and stick it. And we're going to watch, and if you look closely, you'll see the pieces of metal actually attaching themselves through thick, cold motor oil to the magnet. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run this metal over the top. And I'm doing this. It's attaching it. The magnet is so strong that it's actually magnetizing the metal that it's touching. Let's do this again. Watch. It's gone. Okay. So the point of this demonstration is this. The stock Harley magnet, the small tip here, actually loses its magnetism completely, or at least 99% of it, once it gets to 200 degrees. Our magnet is not affected. So I'm putting this magnet against the oil, see if we can get something. Okay, I'll go to the bottom where it's settled. You can see that it's not actually coming apart. It's not actually pulling anything towards it. How many times have you seen a magnet pick up plastic, folks? It's pulling that through thin air. So let's do a few more demonstrations on our magnetic drain plug. I'm going to put the large plug away. We'll just set it here for the time being. And we'll talk about the rest of them. We have several to offer that completely protect any Harley Davidson. So let's start with the actual motor drain plug. This is the drain plug that will catch all of the metal that's in the oil when it's put in the bottom of the engine, whereas the stocker won't. To give you an idea just how strong this one is compared to this one, this is the largest socket in my toolbox. That's picking it up on its own. Let's try that with the stock magnet. How about the littlest socket? It'll sort of get it for a second. So, that being said, our magnet, just pulling it apart is an exercise. Now the reason that we use these is because a Harley Davidson, in most cases, has 3 holes with the exception of the V-rod and the Sportster. The oils that are in each of those are different, and each one sheds a different amount of metal. But let me tell you folks, these motors shed metal like a dog sheds fur. By putting this in the bottom of this engine, in the drain plug, running this bike for the better part, I don't know, of 50 miles and pulling it out, the stock magnet will really have nothing on it. Our magnet will be covered. Another demonstration, if you will. Same magnet I just had. Largest wrench. Fix it right up. Same with the little one. Again, stock magnet, Nothing. Okay. We make applications that fit every hole on this bike and all other Harleys for that matter. I'll go ahead and come towards the camera to show you. This is for the V-rod. This is pretty much the mother of all magnetic drain plugs. It is the largest, most powerful magnet you could possibly imagine. It will pick up 20 pounds. This is going to be the primary magnet for certain applications. And most of the ones you'll have multiple different applications are going to be bikes earlier than 2006. We have all the twin cams, the new and the old ones, and we have the Evos as well. And this is something else that we came out with. This is an actual crankcase drain plug. And most folks, heck, most shops don't even realize that a Harley actually has a drain plug in the dry sump crankcase. So we put the same magnet inside this, you slide it up there, and let me tell you what, it catches everything that has anything to do with steel at the bottom of that crank. This goes in the crankcase. This goes in the primary, the transmission, and it goes in the tank for the oil, for the motor. And again, in certain applications, this will go in the primary. That's a stock drain plug. That's ours. If you look closely at this drain plug, it has an O-ring seal. That seal is just there to make people feel comfortable. This one has to be replaced every time because it shreds. To keep these from leaking, you have to use pipe dope. That's how it came out of the bike. This one actually has a 15-degree angle that we patented. When this goes in, that angle, coupled with that drain plug, completely seals it from leaking. It will not leak. These have a lifetime guarantee. And for those of you who want even more protection, we have a product which is, it actually contains 6 of these magnets that goes on the oil filter. Alright? We use on the lift and lube trailer and in our shop the K&N oil filters because they're the best, period. The only way to make this filter better is to make it filter better, and the only way to make it filter better is to apply magnets to it. Now these may look a little bit odd, might make it look like something from Star Trek, but the bottom line is these things are powerful. Okay, so on the inside of this filter there's going to be a metal screen, and anything that comes past it, I'm talking the finest ferrous metal, the finest particles. When these are on there, you pull it off after say 5,000 miles, spin it off, and you take a flashlight and you look down in there, there's going to be black metal rings stuck to the inside of this filter. So you're catching it in the crankcase, you're catching it in the oil tank, you're catching it in the filter, you're catching it everywhere. You will not have any steel escape these pieces. Another point to make note of, when you use this type of magnet in an engine, you can watch for trouble. Twin cams are notorious for having issues inside the cam chest. The cam chain tensioners wear out. Of course, they're made of plastic, and although our magnets will pick up a plastic bottle, they gotta have metal inside if you do it. So the actual plastic's going to still be down in there as it wears. But the other parts, from the chains spinning, from the gears wearing, and from the sprockets wearing, from the bearings that are wearing inside of there, you can literally pull every bit of that out right to the magnet. When you drop that oil, you pull that drain plug out, it'll look like a Christmas tree full of metal. So all of these magnets, both singly and in packages, are available on our website. That's www.cyclesolutionsonline.com. You can also view us at boxoflube.com. We use these magnets in our own bike. We make these magnets. We guarantee them for life. They're the best magnetic drain plugs money can buy. And you have my word on it.